I'm alive. I'm live. When you come in, do something different. That was just for those that are puzzled. You know, maybe you see a zero count where you're at. Okay. I realize I got to start explaining what's taking place. If you see a zero count where you're at, that means you are the one that is chosen. Okay. Now you know what you're chosen for. I was doing fine, y'all. When I'm talking when I'm talking and you feel like there's nobody in the chat, okay? When I'm talking, right, and you feel like there's nobody in the chat, I'm talking for the future. I realize that a lot of people don't think about the future, okay? Greetings. I was, JM. I was doing all right, okay? I opened up the app. I'm having a few jokes with my fam, ha ha ha, he he he. Drinking my coffee. I'm laughing. Now, I see a short. I didn't see this short maybe at least 10 times. And every time I see the short, I'm like, where do I remember this image from? And then I got it. I said they didn't capture Juvie, and he looking every bit of like my third grade picture in grade school. You know what I'm saying? It's the one where he got the trees behind him. I don't know if y'all old enough. When I seen it, I said, Juvie, that looked like me in my third grade school picture. I thought that was hilarious, so I clicked on it. See, that's how you get my attention. Then I just was laughing. I thought that was hilarious. Because I'm like, we look alike, kind of. In that moment, I said, he looked like me in third grade. So I scroll, not stroll, you know what I'm talking about? I scroll right on down, and I see Mr. Gates with a gremlin look-alike. So I clicked on it. And she's scanning and grinning. And I say, Mr. Gates out here turning them right. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't listen to it. But she was cheesing. She was like, ching. I thought that was funny. Then I get ready. That is the electronics inside of the car, because I know y'all be thinking I be cutting up in my car. You know what I'm talking about? Then I go live, and they want to play with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what the big G do? You be ready just to go live, but they want to, have titles. Why I got the title? I just want to go live. Let me live. You feel me? You know what else I seen that was interesting? I seen someone explaining what they felt was going on with the Hot Boys. I thought that was interesting. So apparently, from what he say, BG kicked Turk off the tour. Well, he got him kicked off. So I said, that's interesting. They got paperwork. Is there some proof? Because that's the story going around, B-Jizzle. The story is, that's a sign right there. Y'all hear that? That it's some paperwork with somebody's name on it. Now, because these is ninjas, they don't explain things right. So you don't know what's going on. So I said, you mean documentation? Or like a contract? Things we'll never know. You know what I'm talking about? That's interesting. After that, it wasn't really too much, you know. They doing the verses. You know. Ain't y'all from the same place? Like, why y'all be doing that? I know y'all trying to keep it in the city or whatever, you know, but, you know, let's shake it up a little bit. Make it interesting. Or is y'all scared? Y'all should have me introduce that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's probably already did, but in the future, you know what I'm saying? Put me on. Y'all be acting like y'all don't see me. It's Friday. I don't need to know what to talk about because apparently I'm talking to myself. Talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. You know, y'all know what I heard? I was walking to get my coffee, you know what I'm saying? You know, because when you get old, you gotta walk sometimes. You realize that you got muscles, you know. You go to step on the curb and you realize that you ain't stepped on the curb like that in a long time, you know what I'm saying? So you say that's interesting. And I hear somebody say, if I'm gonna look crazy because I'm talking to myself or people know I'm talking to myself, I'm gonna be polite. Because this goofball, right, here's a compliment, like random compliments. And he say in a female voice, thank you. Then he say out loud, sassafras, womp, 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 womp. So I'm like, I think nobody hear that. Like, I done said it so many different ways. You want me to use ethology? Isiphinosisishikati, underworld. What part of that you don't understand? You know, it's like this one feel like it don't matter because if people don't hear him outside of myself, then it shouldn't matter if the underworld is monitoring him. Well, I mean, Turn that volume up down there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you irritating everybody, you know, then you walking around and we done told you every time you say something, they hear your longitude and latitude. And you just sitting there acting like you untouchable. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Like what he want, just like the rest of them, is for people to think that I am the crazy one. You know how many years I got on this platform? You know how many lives I done touched? You know how many people I done found? Across continents. And you sit up here hoping and wishing on a wing and a prayer. And it don't make sense. Like, you got high hopes and small aspirations. You know what I'm talking about? When I say, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, they leave me alone. But you, the volume goes up. You can't do what I do. The thing about what's taking place is because this is a public platform with many access points, okay? People believe that they're somewhere and they're not. Hold on, because somebody's backing that thing up and I gotta make sure I still got a side view mirror. You know what I'm talking about? Because he got a lot of stuff going on right there. Why they always backing that thing up next to me? FYI, if you in any type of hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, and that thing back then, that's a red flag. You know what I'm talking about? Apparently out here, they don't like that. Does that mean you're trying to hide something? They always, and here we go. Shikatia. They're not saying nothing about that. They probably talking about where they gonna go after here. Y'all notice that? Why my stuff gotta be up to date? Why I gotta be, driving around fearful because my tags is like a month out of date? You know what I'm saying? Don't we got a grace period? You know how much my insurance is? They say, it can't be that much. You ain't got one of these. You know what I'm talking about? Because I said the same thing. Wow. Wow. That's when I had my head in clouds. I'm about to, build credit and womp, womp, womp. Well, I should have just laid it on the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm about to build that score. For what? I don't know. I don't know why. Because apparently some places you don't need it. You just need money. But, I wanted to be able to say my credit score higher than you. Like a diss. I'm skinny. I got good credit, BC. You know what I'm talking about? My hair Brazilian. I got good credit, BC. And a resume. What is that? It's a library card. What is a library? It's a place where you go and sit and think and explore different universes. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all that's in my age group, y'all need to ask your sweet thing, little mama, Tiana, if she know what a library card is. Wonder who said, "Do you like these?" You know, he was eating some of them flaming hot. You know what I'm talking about? And he say, my nephew turned me on to these. You know, because when you like 67, apparently you're not supposed to eat like, you know, hot sauce and stuff. She was sitting there like, every bit of in hometown, holiday. You know what I'm saying? You know, they be tucked. You know what I'm saying? Tucked off in the cut. And for me, I look right, and I be like, that ninja look like he about 92. She look like she's 17. You know what I'm saying? Why you got on a winter coat, some thermals, some jeans, and some combat boots, all up in the hotel, motel, holiday? Is that your pappy? I mean, Poppy? Why y'all got a little irritating ass dog? I'm sitting there, all I hear is, I'm like, come on, man. I can't wait to you. You just chillaxing. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden a flea bites you. I ain't even got no pets. It's hard out here. Y'all over there, right? Y'all trying to figure out which voice is really Lavish D's. Because he say, make me sound like Lavish D. You know what I'm saying? Listen. In some places they come in and they say, I'm Satan. Then somebody else say, I'm Lavish D. And then somebody else say, what's his name again? C-Shot. I'm C-Shot. I'm Jason. What's his name? Like his mid name? How's he say it? I'm Jason. I'm Jason Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm really, really, really serious. So Nas, you know what I'm saying? On your way to that meeting, you know what I'm talking about? If somebody say, that's Nas X, don't even say nothing. Just keep on, because that ain't you. You feel me? I did see something else that was interesting. Let me tell you what I did with all my intellectual content. I unsubscribe because when you are multiverse, that means you get distorted content. Because somebody then hopped off and turned on that camera when they wasn't supposed to. You ever hear some music that just irritates your soul? Like it sound like too much trouble or something in there? I told y'all. It's like that. They be making content, then they decide they want to put music. I'm talking about like the History Channel and stuff like that. I unsubscribed from that. I remember, I know I go off topic. I remember it was a whole year where it was nothing but educational content coming from people that you wouldn't expect. I don't know where that's at. I done had about 3 or 4 different devices. So I imagine if I go back to that device, I'll be able to access that content because it don't show up. Now some of y'all are starting to understand what I mean. You're going to get different stuff with different devices. When I said you are not multi-dimensional, I meant that because it's where you put your stuff out at. So that means even some of you artists, people don't think that you've been out for years because of where you released that song. A lot of people, when I share stuff, they be like, this is old. Why we don't know about it? And that's why you got so many people feeling like they can remake y'all stuff. I know it's hard to fathom because in several places, you are famous, wealthy, and rich, but not everywhere. When you see people like Common going to Korea and Tokyo and all of that stuff, it's because of where he put his stuff out at. It was an era where a lot of artists would blow up out of the States. First, they be touring out there. A lot of y'all that's in that genre, y'all became popular out there first. And I know I'm telling the truth. In other places, regardless if somebody say your music is woo, 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 la, 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 you wealthy somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They don't know it. You see a lot of these people taking off, going to Asia. You know what I'm saying? Living good. And you still trying to be in the hood. You feel me? I done told y'all ninjas about Brazil, Dubai, and all of that. You're not one of them that could go over there. When you see them over there, they got connections. Y'all gonna mess around and get stuck. I seen one. She was talking about her experience outside of the States on a girls' trip. This is a regular content creator. They doing a little, what we call ubasi, the burr, put a U in front of it. You know. And that MOFO say, in a casilla in his mind. And next thing you know, they brawling for their life. Cause you out there, you don't know where you at. You feel like you getting a stamp on your passport and you somewhere in the slums about to be Asakid. You can't do what you see other people do. It's for certain people for a reason. You out there thanking the big G that you made it back. You need not be ooped. You all up in there because you done partied all night and don't realize it's not safe. They say either if he's just so protected, why she don't travel outside the states? Why you don't? Why you don't? Make sure you get them immunizations next time. There's a whole bunch of y'all that don't realize you gotta have them when you go outside the states. Y'all just booking the trip like, We about to go. We gonna make this content, and then you sitting up there with bubble guts. Then you start getting smart. What's going on? You're not supposed to drink the water. You're not supposed to eat the food because you're not immunized. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all so smart, why y'all want to go get that checkup? Talking about if Ether was so protected. Ether is protected, and that's why Ether ain't traveling outside the states. You know what I'm talking about? The problem with y'all is y'all too busy listening to my outskirts. What's happening in my environment. You don't know if that is a Basiira or not. When they backed that thing up beside me, that was a sign. You better go get your registration tight and stop worrying about where I'm at. Because you're going to be like that dude yesterday. They going to have your longitude and latitude because some of y'all feel like fat meat ain't greasy. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know where I'm at. Now she's realizing Mexicana is inside the states. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh, wait. This dude say, ooh wee is for Knox. Ooh wee. And I said, how you know? Because your mama? And somebody else say, why you highlight it if you gonna sit there and cry? You throw dirt in my eye, I'm gonna put the Asikino boots on you. Because y'all be the ones that say, she fat, she fat, she fat. Like that's a blow. Your whole life is a diss. You know what I'm talking about? These is the ones that, you know, in the rainbow community, they would say these is the ones that, you know, they be talking about. Because they not living in their truth, you know. You been over there on the go, they be treating you different now, huh? I think that's funny. Because apparently nobody on the go know who I am. It be that little stuff right there. Of course, if they doing it to me, they gonna attempt to do it to y'all, and that's when that's when you find out. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's gonna be a long day. Which blah, 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 blah. You know, this is what I do. Like the ones that hear you, they're in agreement. They're saying, Ether is right. Everything gets silent when she goes live. You know, this is why people think you are so irritating. You know. Y'all, it's gonna be a long day. The readings, not one, I'm working on several at the same time. Yeah, hey, they're gonna be a trip. Look, I'm scrolling my timeline, right? And I seen what I thought was a Hufakina bear say Capricorn. I'm like, he one of them? He one of them. One of these ones that watch me and feel like he can read for certain signs because of his birth chart. They be like that. You know what I'm saying? They be like that. They'll say, oh, this ain't real in their mind. Like nobody believes woo, 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 woo. And then all of a sudden, they're a tarot card reader. All of a sudden. When you play with the right one, you win a prize. These are the ones that say, I want powers, I want gifts so it could be a fair brawl. And I say, well, cut off your yang then. And since you want it to be fair. Because you every bit of a big Usakifi. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, you want to mess with me. You don't scare me. I'm ready to get back in that energy with my people. Because I've been here so long that y'all believe that I don't have a following. Y'all believe that people don't love me of all nationalities because of y'all goofy get along gang. Every time I say a word, this is how simpleton they are, that they feel like I don't pronounce. It's a T word. Then they get on and sound like a Safina. They can't even talk because every other word is a foul word. You want to be like me? You're not educated enough to be like me. The reason why it happens when I go on live is because these are the ones that come in here and sit and look at me and say they doing stuff like I'm penetrating her in her mind. Ooh, wait. I belong where I am loved. My content belongs where I am loved, where I'm respected. Because some of y'all in distortion believe that you are rat packing me. Like y'all really believe that. This food done traveled in every city that start with an S in Cali. And he is from Wisconsin. I say, I'm in San Leandro. Come to San Leandro. Since you say drop the Addy, I'm in San Leandro at Motel 6. Come to San Leandro. You said drop the Addy like you bad. They sitting there using a pendulum after I taught them how to use it. It's not going to stop me from teaching because this is my job. You need to understand that it is a whole other field behind me. It's like a lot, a lot. He want to say, we're not talking about her family, we're talking about her. And I said, it's a dude named Wayne that's looking for you right now. This is what I got to do, y'all. I keep telling y'all, reach out to me at oracleoftheether@gmail.com, because all of these ones like to play with me. These is dudes. This is the reason why the paradigm shift was for the men, not the dudes, not the males. It was for the men. So now all of the men understand why they heard stuff. Because you got to be at a certain level to ascend that high. These ones here, you know how they access that spiritual gate? It was induced. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That illicit stuff. The one that gets you the clank clank. And it happened right as the gate was opening. That's how they were able to tap in, because they didn't think, they thought they was talking to something else. Y'all know, I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. That's real. You know what I'm talking about? Now y'all, we know what you're talking about. Starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. Now some of y'all understand why you felt like you had to be on one to make good music. Y'all know, y'all know y'all went to that plane where Baphomet is at when you did that. Now you know how they access these planes. Not realms, planes. Ether ain't been on one in a long time. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's been decades since I've been on one. That's why I'm able to access the reptilian part of my brain. You feel me? Now I done gave him something to do. It's a mixture of book knowledge and the know-with-all. Because you got to know certain things to understand them. It's kind of like I'm talking and I'm saying, womp, 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 sassafras. And they're saying, that's not the right word. Because for the originals, they know all the right words. But the word I'm using is not conducive of what they're trying to say to me. You understand what I'm saying? For instance, if I say back, they'll say no. It's a kanasa shikati, spinal cord. Y'all get it? I'm saying my back, because something is aching back there. And they're saying no, spinal cord. But the spinal cord is located in your back, right? Yisakina, Ashafashi, no. Y'all get what I'm saying? If you don't know the right word, you're not going to get the right information. Access not granted, apparently. That's why I say, y'all don't be saying and calling on none of these energies that's presented, especially the ones that you don't know about, because you don't know who they are. Either tripping, either just don't want us to be like her. You ain't like me. It's like they think, right? They think because I'm presenting something that they know is new, that means they are accepted. If that's the case, why is there initia? Why are you initiated into things? This is the thing that I don't like about certain people in the States. Their knowledge of spirituality is so low. And because it's so low, they don't respect the practice. So when they feel like they need a cleansing, they go outside of the States to where the individuals there know, they know for a fact that what I'm saying is the truth. Y'all don't understand that. They know. When I say Shiva, he said, so Noah. When I say Mazu, they say, do not call on her. Because they know. When I say Badaba, they say, oh no, oh no. Because they know what that is. Y'all say it like you calling your mama. And you don't know what you calling on. If either could do it, I could do it too. And then you just lay it out. Like, get out. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there. Y'all remember Get Out? It's a reason why there's entities, spirits, Asafino, angels, Asekono, the fallen. It's a reason why all of that stuff is separated. Some of you are realizing that a spirit wife means that they were once in a body, yes, and that spirit is detached. The spirit wanted to come lay down with you at night. So they did ungodly things to be able to do that. It's serious for me because the energies that they thought that they were placing on me, one of them said, put her in purgatory. He ain't even know nothing about no purgatory. You ain't never been to Hades. I said H-E-double-L is a place on earth. It's the reason why it's different. H-E-double-L, Hades and purgatory. That's something totally different. But y'all want to use it. I think it's funny because you all off in my genre trying to play with me. You ain't even know of a Ogun, let alone Abatala. Ochusi is someone else. Y'all playing with stuff that is feared in other places for a reason. I say, let them do it. The some of them all. And then Baba Sila say that too. Let them do it. They want you to. When I said Barn and Samdi is a conjunction, a lot of individuals that's in that Esiki didn't even realize that that is two different beings. Y'all said, Papa I see, open the floodgates. Because you thought you was saying something profound. So he opened up the floodgates. This is what I'm talking about. They see something and feel like they could do it or experience it. And then you sitting there saying, is that my baby daddy inside of there? No. No, it's not. How is that possible? The big G? Because he'll say, I formed that body. You can't tell me what being to put in that body. Just like that. But I created, I don't care. That side of the big G, y'all do not want to see. The original seen it. My work is serious. When I joke, it's because that's me. That's how I am. When I said I come on live to get away from it, y'all want me to work on live too. That is it.